Welcome to Elks 101. Another episode of Elks Central, breaking this one down.
Reagan, touchdown Edmonton! Fajardo, Dunbar, back on top.
Okay, welcome in. Elks 101, Monday, November 10th, the 112th Grey Cup set. A rematch of the 2009 and 2010 Grey Cups. It's going to be the Rough Riders and Alouettes. Gentlemen, some incredible CFL football this weekend. 2 games that basically come down to the last plays of the game. Obviously, I'm sure we're going to get into the games. What are your guys' kind of initial thoughts on these ones before we really start talking about it?
Wow.
Well, don't you kind of think now? Maybe this is, this comes from a position of bias, but don't you kind of think, like I've said this a bunch about Edmonton, like I think when Edmonton's winning and Edmonton's playing good football, the CFL is in a better place. Like I think Edmonton being one of the preeminent organizations makes the CFL better. Me and my friends have joked, the league should rig it for Edmonton. Just have a good team. But don't you kind of feel the same way about Saskatchewan? Like when Saskatchewan's firing on all cylinders and when they're winning Grey Cups, like
I certainly do.
the CFL is a bit better of a place.
Certainly
Yeah.
do. But for some reason, they've made so much. It's been so difficult for them. Like
Yeah,
they've made
it
it so much
has.
more complicated than it needs to be.
And
because they're not going to Grey. They've last gone to a Grey Cup 12 years ago. That's
Yep.
a long time. Now I know Winnipeg's ran the West for 5 straight years now, but still, Sask. I don't know what it is. Jeremy O'Day, he's been there a long
Yep.
time and just got extended.
he
again.
did. Yeah, him and
But
Corey
you can't
both.
even shit on him anymore. I used to shit on Jo, but you can't because he makes up good quality rosters.
Yep.
Man. He does.
Oh, yeah.
So
Dude.
I don't know why it's so tough for a team, an organization that puts out good teams year over year to get there.
The past couple of years, like before Corey Mace came in with Craig Dickinson, it was coaching. Like he shot them in the foot.
But they were even good those years.
They started great, and then they would
great and
finish.
finished terrible.
I think the like Craig Dickinson in his last 2 years, I think was a combined like 1-13 in the last 14 games of the season or something like that. Like I don't know if that's the exact number, but it was some kind of.
I think the last 2 seasons under Dickey, they lost either the last 7 or 6 straight games both years.
I think it was the last 6 in both years, and I think when you look at the last 7 of both years, like I think he's 1-13 total, which is just like that's honestly hard to do. Like it's kind of impressive how hard that is to
And it's
do.
impressive how good you get off to a start where you're still finishing damn near first in the West.
Yep.
Losing the last 6 straight games of the season.
Yeah, like to just be falling off a cliff like that. And really, like the thing is in the CFL, like we've talked about this, when 6 teams make the playoffs, if you can build yourself enough of a cushion early, you're probably going to be good.
Yep.
So to fall off and not make it, like that takes like I said, it takes real implosion. And that's what the Riders had.
Tough to do.
I love Corey Mace as a coach, though. He is.
He'll win Coach of the Year.
Yeah, he will. I mean,
So who is it against? Moss?
it's against Moss.
Yeah.
It's
I think
against
Corey
Moss.
will win Coach of the Year.
I agree. I like Jason Moss as a coach as well. I think Jason Moss has really grown as a coach.
What do you think on Grey Cup here on the matchup? I'm Al's. He's Riders. Where you at, brother?
Yeah,
You know
Where's
what?
your
When
allegiance?
it kind of comes down to it, I have to go with Jason Moss. He's got that green and gold in him. I remember him from when he's backing up Ricky Ray back in the day. Ricky had those it was Ricky Ray. He had those bad starts, and they had to put Moss in there, and Moss would come in there with all fiery and come in there and find a W for them. It's also Saskatchewan, and as a green and gold fan, I think I have to kind of push against them. So I'll put everything behind Montreal for this one.
Get in these.
man.
Okay, fellas. I
Well-
don't know how you feel about this. Friendly push-up wager.
Yeah, for sure.
on
I mean,
this,
I'm in.
Grey Cup.
yeah, we can definitely do that. I mean, it's
Yeah,
two
I wanna-
against one, so I got to get odds though.
I want it live here, right here. We'll just bang out 50 burger.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
figure it
Just
out.
quick 50.
I thought you were gonna say 10 diamonds, but okay, we can
do
have 50.
50 burger.
Yeah, all right.
And we got to.
We got
It should
space.
take us under 2 minutes in this, hour chunk we got.
I
I think we
think
can
so.
do it.
This is tough, man. I'm really gonna need the
So we
Riders
gotta
to
come
pull
correct. Make it
through.
worth something a little bit.
I
I
agree.
mean, like you don't want to look a fool on camera now for 50.
Right. I'm gonna hit 6 straight chest
Make it
days.
worth
before-
something, Rick. You feel me?
I'm down, buddy. I'm down. Let's roll.
Let's roll.
Before we get to a game preview for that one, the 2 games, like both Calgary, Montreal kicks a field goal with 2 seconds left to win it, and Saskatchewan scores that touchdown with 12 seconds left to win it. Like the epitome of what you want in a West final. Like the Hamilton Montreal game wasn't exactly a barn burner. It wasn't great. But anytime you have a game come down to the last
Tight.
play like that, like it's just, that is what you want in playoff sports. Like those are the moments when everyone's gathered around the TV, like everyone's holding their breath, waiting to see what can happen. And they got the ball back. So a minute and 41 left is what they had to go put that final drive together.
74 yards.
Yeah, 74 yards to lead to Maltos's 45-yard field goal. Walks it off, like just everything.
It was how much? How I was right. 74. I thought that was the Riders' drive.
The ride. Oh, sorry. Yeah. The Montreal drive was. Hold on here. Let me do some.
It was a long drive, though.
It was 37 to 36. So what is that? That's 19 plus another 21. So 40.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not 74
but
at all. Yeah. The Saskatchewan one was. Yeah. But what I was gonna say is, man, like, because we've harped on kickers a little bit, but like a moment like this, yeah, like a moment like this is when the paycheck is worth it, and this is when you get your due, and this is when you get everybody dogpiling on you and giving you the pats on the helmet, and this is the one moment you kind of, you feel like you're a part of the team.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And that's the one thing all specialists will say to you is you never get recognized unless you make a mistake or when the game is on the line. Then everybody's celebrating you. Other than that, you really day by day you don't get recognized. But I just want to mention, like, we look at the close scores of both the East and West Conference Finals, and it's that tight football, man. Deep playoff football. You see it in the NFL, CFL, when it's all the stakes are on the line. Guys just play such a strong brand of football where it's like aggressive. Everything matters. You can see the difference. I love that enhancement, man, where every play matters.
Let me ask you this: like, how many players did you play with in your career who, like, in the big games like this, in playoff games or in the Grey Cup, like, they played almost too tight and it affected them negatively?
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
I rose to the moment, like like humbly speaking, seriously, man. Like,
Diamonds are made under pressure.
I had big playoff games because I played faster than I normally would. Like, there's no denying, Deck, in a playoff moment, like, you're way more willing to, like, throw your body on the line to
we know there's no tomorrow.
Man, and to play super fast and aggressive. And I had big playoff games. Played upwards of 20 playoff games, and I have, like, way more production sack wise and stuff like that in the playoffs than I do. I probably have, like, upwards of 10 sacks, so almost a sack every other game. Whereas I had 24 sacks over a course of 150 games my regular season. So it's like, man, I had major production in the playoffs.
Yeah, just rising to the moment, hey, and just being like,
because I was always so willing to I played fast, man.
Because, dude, there's something to be said. There are some great players, but when the lights get too bright, they shrink. Like, it's just the reality of what it is. And it's like, obviously we can talk about the sports psychology behind it or whatever, but it is a real thing. And, like, to be one of the guys who can, like, raise their game and raise their level in the moment, like, that's, I'm not going to say it's rare, because there are guys who do it, but it's like, it's definitely a talent. And if talent's not the right, like, skill, it's not, maybe that's not the right phrase, but there's something to be said for being one of those guys. Like, look at, like, James Harden, man. James Harden, one of the best regular season players. If you listen, James Harden on a Tuesday in February, he'll give you 50 and 10.
Easy.
Put him in a game 7 and he just had 15 turnovers. You know what I mean? Like, look at Sam Bennett this last year in the Stanley Cup. Like, Sam Bennett, what is he, a 50-point scorer once? But in the playoffs, he ends up with 15 goals. Like, there's something to be, there's something to be said for raising your game to that level.
It's that switch too. Some guys who you don't think
some guys don't have
switch, they flick it. And it's not even like that switch of production, especially in the game of football. It's that switch of, like, man, I'm going there mentally. Yeah. Like, I'll risk it all. You know what I mean? It's not something you want to, like, you can't walk around, like, living like that, man.
No, for sure.
In big playoff games, when you finally reach a Grey Cup moment and it's fingertips away, you flip that switch, man. And I've played with some guys that do, but, like, to your point, I've played with lots of guys that don't. Yeah. They can't. And you see it. It's deer in the headlights. You see it, man.
Some guys just freeze up. Like, it's just the moments to be. I always think about one of my favorite fighters, Israel Adesanya. He said something like, him and his coach, they talked about going to that place, like going to that dark place and knowing, like, once you're in that dark place, like you got to do whatever you can to get out of that. And whatever you can to get out of that is raising your ability, like raising your level to somewhere no one else is willing to go.
Desperation.
And dude, I always think about that, even just like with little things, like when I'm just like going for like a run and it just starts to suck. You're like, you just gotta go to that place, man.
Embrace that suck.
Yeah,
man.
100%. As far as the West Final went, like, what was your guys' takeaway from how Saskatchewan played?
Like it wasn't very entertaining game, but they got it done. I'm fine with Corey Mace's calls. He leaves it in the defense's hands.
Yeah, so
it was questioned.
The field goal with 3 minutes left, and then the punt with like a minute 45. You're good with both of those?
Yeah.
I obviously have the utmost trust in this defense, and it paid off. Like what Corey Mace did paid off. So I'm not going to sit here and rewrite history because it worked. But if he hadn't, if it hadn't have worked, then it's a different conversation. But
football,
and it did.
His D, and it worked out exactly how he hoped for.
Dude,
that's why he made those moves.
That second or that final drive of the game, or second last drive of the game when it was 2nd and 17, way down there late to lead the drive, like that was
big play.
Huge. And Trevor, you
got to get a chunk like that.
Yeah, 100. And Trevor Harris, like my thing is like he's a guy who, like, I love Trevor Harris because he's supremely accurate and composed. Him and Cody are very similar quarterbacks in that respect. He's not really a gunslinger either, but like having that composure in that moment, and Trevor Harris, who like we've seen him in big games, and just knowing he can be that guy. Like he's not the most talented guy in the world, but he's going to have that quarterback IQ to get you out of those situations, and that's huge and proved in this game.
And if you give him a little bit of protection, he'll take advantage of that.
Oh yeah,
he can still sling it.
Absolutely.
Then you have a game out of AJ as well. 17 for what? One.
Let me pull it up right here.
It was upwards to 120.
Yeah, he had a great game. It felt like he ran all over them. He was 17 for 113. Yeah, six and a half a carry, and his longest was only 16. So it's not like he had some big huge run. Like
falling
just
forward,
constantly
laying on you, mauling you up.
Yeah,
slowing down the game.
Mm-hmm.
Yet speeding it up in the same sense with the clock.
And then how about Tommy Neild playing hero? He's like the 5th receiver on that team.
Well, obviously you're a fan, so catch.
Yeah, I thought it. Well, here's the thing. I thought it was a
catch to me.
It was a catch watching it live. It was a catch watching the replay. And then BC's owner posted on his Instagram like the super tight, super pixelated view. Yeah. And I was like, I don't know how we didn't like. Don't remember seeing that view on the broadcast. And like the one he posted looked like it wasn't a catch, but watching it live, every replay, every angle TSN had, like it looked like a catch. Like for me, I didn't know. And Trevor said in his post game when he was talking to Claire Hanna, he said like, I don't really know why we were reviewing it, but like all good, I guess. And then obviously it stands and it is what it is. It looks like a catch to me, and here we are. So yeah. Okay, do we want to do you guys have anything else before we move on here? Because I know there are some things we should probably touch on that we won't get a chance to touch on before next show. Like I want to go over the award finalists with you guys and get your guys' thoughts on that. Anything else on the games, East and West finals? Okay. All right. As we go around the league here. So the most outstanding player, Nathan Rourke, nominee out of the West. Bo Levi, nominee out of the East. What direction are you guys going for this one?
Bo only had 5 more passing yards, right?
Is that what the final total was?
I think it ended up being.
He was the stats guy. I got to pull this up.
Nathan had a lot more rushing yards and touchdown production on the ground.
Yes, 6 more passing yards for BC. He was 36 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. Nathan Rourke, 31 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. Nathan also had a better completion percentage and a better efficiency rate.
Okay.
And then, you want me to look up the rushing between the two?
Yeah, I'd love to know how many yards Nathan had.
Nathan
I'm going to
Rourke.
predict. Yeah, what do you think, Rick? I say 375 rushing yards.
Just the rushing yards?
Yeah,
402.
Yeah,
402.
Okay.
564 and 10 tutties.
Oh,
now
MOP.
Now wait.
MOP.
got-
MOP. That's
I don't think-
crazy.
I don't think.
Don't you want to know? Don't you guys want to know? Don't you guys want to know Bo's?
Yeah, let's hear Bo's rushing.
124 and 1
Yeah, 500. I didn't know he went for 5, but then you get to thinking he had a couple games where he had like a 70-yarder.
He had a 70-yarder.
No,
Who do
he
you
had
have that one against?
He had multiple.
Yeah.
He had multiple long ones. 10 tutties on the ground.
10 touchdowns.
Oh, wow. Oh,
Yeah, so
510. That's
he was good for 41 total TDs
gotta
this
be
year.
MOP. That right there is the game is separator right
Yeah.
there. Like that's the factor.
I
That's
agree.
everything.
I agree. So are we all Nathan Rourke for this one?
Yeah, it's gotta
That's where
be.
I'm going.
All right.
It's gotta be.
Okay,
Man,
most outstanding defensive player, Matthew Betts or Julian Hauser?
Ooh, both defensive ends.
Mhm.
Okay, lay us down the stats now, Deck.
So Julian Hauser this year, obviously playing that end position, he had 43 tackles,
Okay.
13 sacks, 1 int, one touchdown, and 2 forced fumbles. Matthew Betts, I believe, had 15 sacks. I'm going to pull it up here just to make sure. 15 sacks, 42 tackles, no picks, no touchdowns, four forced fumbles. I think this one is a pretty, with all respect to Julian Hauser and how he
Gonna
played,
go to Betts.
I think this one pretty clearly
Just
is
because the
Betts.
15
Yeah.
sacks looks sexy.
Yeah, that's where I was
That
kind of leaning
looks
there.
sexier
Yeah.
than like the depth numbers of Hauser.
Yeah.
So 15 and then 4 forced fumbles. Hauser had 13, 1 pick, and 2 forced fumbles.
Yeah, you don't really expect those guys to get the picks though, right? So unless
No.
you have like 4 or 5, maybe,
Exactly,
I don't think that's
exactly.
really
Willie
an
Jefferson
outstanding
style.
type of stat. So
Mhm.
the one is the one. Yeah, you got to look at the sacks at that point then.
That's gonna go Matthew Betts.
Um,
Canadian.
yes. Well, okay. Who? Speaking of Canadians, how about most
Well, if
outstanding?
Rourke wins it, that's another Canadian.
Yeah, because I was going to
Okay.
say most outstanding Canadian. Shout out to Isaac Ademi Berglund, the season he had in
No, it's gonna
Montreal.
go to him.
But it's going to go to it's going to go to Rourke.
No, Isaac.
Do you think it's
That's
going to go to
my
him
thought
over Rourke?
process. And yes, I've thought about this already. If Rourke wins MOP, don't give him MOC. Give MOC to Isaac. Share the love. Rourke's already got MOP because Isaac's had a freakish year as well. Like roll out Isaac's.
He had 11 sacks this year, 29 tackles, and then the 1 defensive touchdown.
That's it. But what about the forced fumbles?
No
He's got-
forced fumbles.
What? I
No
thought
forced fumbles.
I saw him have some.
No forced
Okay,
fumbles
then,
this year.
Maybe.
But here's my
might
thought
walk that
process.
back then.
Here's my thought process also. I get what you're saying about sharing the love, but if you're going to give Rourke the MOP, which I think he deserves, you can't also turn around and say, "Oh, but he's not the most
No,
outstanding
I
Canadian." You know what I
understand that.
mean?
Not
Like,
necessarily because this is a defensive player, therefore the offense defensive award he can't get the MOP. However, he's not even in the running for the defensive player of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Therefore, you kind of have to go double down on Rourke here.
Yeah,
well, and beyond that, like he
it's true.
could have been a most outstanding player nominee as a defensive player. Like we've seen defensive players win it, but he wasn't.
No,
You know what I
hear
mean?
you.
I don't even know. Was he even their team nominee for most outstanding player? He must have been.
Isaac?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
hold on, I want to pull that up. Because I would say like Davis probably didn't play enough, right?
I think Isaac was.
It was Davis.
It
It was Davis. Yeah, it was Davis.
Hmm.
Which makes, I mean, you know, he's a quarterback. He
He's
can,
got all
like
the love.
when
But
he
barely
was
played.
in, this was a cool stat from Dave Naylor. When he was in, they averaged 34 points a game. When he wasn't, they averaged 18. Like, I know quarterback's a valuable position, but being good for 16 points, like that's pretty ridiculous.
Significant. And he's
Yeah.
12-0.
Yeah.
Significant.
Just doesn't lose.
No.
Oh man. Doesn't lose, bro. It just made me nervous saying that out loud. Most outstanding. So you guys going with Rourke? You change your tune?
Yeah, I'll change the
All right.
tune.
Yeah.
I just like. I
You
think
as
it
well,
would
Rick?
look cool.
You like separating them, but in
Well,
this case, it's
not
tough.
even that. But here's the other fact. I think it would be cool just to showcase the Canadians on the different teams. You know, it'd be
Yeah.
cool. Oh, our MOP is Nathan Rourke. We all know that quarterback.
Yeah.
Most outstanding defensive players are going to be Matthew Betts from BC. That's kind of cool. Most outstanding Canadian, Isaac from Montreal. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's just the Canadians across the league, just
I'll-
best players on their teams this year.
Yeah.
Pretty
I
damn
know.
neat.
I will say it's got to be like winning MOP, like that's pretty much MVP of the league. Like that's awesome. But like being the most outstanding Canadian, like if you're a kid who grew up here watching this game, you know what I mean? Like that's
prideful of it.
pretty special.
Prideful.
Yeah.
But I was the nominee for Edmonton one year. Yeah, and you're prideful of it.
That's so, man, that's so sick.
Yeah, it is. To be like voted the best Canadian and the room full of, you know,
Yeah.
Canadians that strive to be there and the best Canadians from college and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, man. It's a thing of pride for sure.
No doubt. Most outstanding offensive lineman, Jamarcus Hardrick from Saskatchewan or Brandon Revenberg from Hamilton.
And
I-
Revenberg's a stud.
I gotta see. It's funny you say that because I was completely honest. Like I don't I wasn't watching Hamilton's line that intently this year. I don't know much about how he played. I take your word for it, because the reason I bring that up is because like I did, watching Jamarcus Hardrick like that. He is a beast of a dude out there playing on the
Coming off
offensive
the
line.
injury, too.
Yeah.
So there's some leverage in that. He busted his ACL
Yep.
up last year. Older guy too. He's later 30s. So to come back and do that and have that bounce back season, it's a really good look. But Revenberg, he came around. I played maybe 3 seasons against him before I retired, and he was just a strong kid. Plays with no gloves, just tapes up, old school style.
I love it.
And I'd be shocked if he doesn't win the award.
So you're going with Brandon?
Yeah,
huh?
I'm going to go with Revenberg. He is a very good player. Scott Milanovic just said this past week he should be playing in the NFL. Like he was capable his entire career of being in the NFL, but he's been locked up in Hamilton.
Yeah, like from what I knew, he's a scary looking dude too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a heavy metal singer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
From what I knew about him, just from like reading reports in the game, like for everything I understood, he would have been the nominee coming out of the East. But again, like I didn't watch him like Jamarcus. You sound like very confident on his ability, so that kind of makes me want to choose Brandon. I feel like I got to go with Jamarcus, but yeah, like that's my guy.
I like Yoshi.
I also, dude,
like Yoshi.
I thought, obviously it's evidenced by this. He was the most outstanding offensive lineman out of the West. I thought it was like he ran away with it, really. With all respect to the other, linemen in the West here, like I thought he was so dominant. And he's great in pass pro. He's great in the run game.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. Which one where are you going with?
That's a tough one to have an opinion on for myself. I mean, I didn't watch a lot of Ticats outside of when they were playing us, obviously. That's also a position you really can't look at the stat line. You kind of have to watch every game and understand what they kind of do. So I'll toss this one up and go. We'll stick in the West. We'll stick in the West for this one.
Okay, let's do the special teams MOP. We got Trey Vial out of Winnipeg and Liram Hairelahu out of Toronto. Where are you going with this one?
Can you pull up Vival's stats?
Yeah, I was just gonna get to that.
He had a really good year.
He did because here's the thing: his punt return numbers were actually very similar to Javon Leake, and Javon Leake's were actually a little bit better. But Javon Leake didn't return kicks, and Trey Vial did, and he did it to an incredible clip. So punt returns, I want to make sure I have this one here. Yeah, so punt returns, Trey Vial, he had 75 punt returns for 957 yards and a touchdown. Kickoff returns. Oh no, Javon. I'm messing up my stats here. I'm messing up what I'm saying about Javon. But anyway, Trey Vial, 75 punt returns, 957 yards, 1 touchdown, 918 yards, 918 kickoff return yards, and 2 touchdowns. And then Liram Hairelahu, I'll pull up his stats as well. Obviously, he is a kicker. He went He was 57 for 64 this year, kicking field goals, 89.1 percentage. His longest was 56, and he was 32 for 33 on converts, good for 203 points, which was a career high.
Where do you land, Rick?
It's a special teams award. It's tough to give it to the kicker anyways. I'm giving it to the returner. I mean, if you came up with a kicking award, fine, we can talk about that. But this is a special teams one. I kicking is not easy, but I think running that ball back is probably a little bit harder.
I'll align with you.
Yeah, like 2 kick return touchdowns is pretty tough to do. You know what I mean? Like, here's the thing. If Liram Hairelahu had been 57 for 64 is crazy, but it's still below 90. And I feel like, if he had been like 61 of 64 or something, and his longest was like 59 or 60 yards or something.
That's a high number though, man. That's a big.
No, it's a lot. Like
you say like 57. That's a lot of field goals.
Dude, and 64 attempts for that Toronto team. Like that's a lot. Like this one, I kind of feel like if either guy gets it, I'll be like, sure. You know what I mean? But I guess the 3 kick return touchdowns, like that's pretty tough to do. His punt return averaged 13 yards. That's
huge. You want to know why that's huge? Let's break down the X's and O's of that 13-yard average. That's a first down.
Yeah.
And then when coaches will break down the numbers whenever you get like 7 or more yards on a return, how it'll factor into points down the road on that drive. Coaches have all these numbers and metrics. Same with like how a penalty will affect a drive and what the outcome will be to score points. So when you're averaging 13 yards a return, that's more than a first down. That's almost 1.5 right there. So you're living in, first and 7, essentially.
100%. And then also like his kick return. So his kick return average was 24.8. For reference, the next 3 here: Javon Leak 22.9, Janarian Grant 22.9, Khalil Pimpleton 21.6. Like those are all some pretty dynamic returners. And he, by the way, he doubled up all those guys combined in kick return touchdowns, and he had an average, like I said, that was higher than all of them. Comes in at nearly 25 yards on kickoff. Obviously, kickoff's a little bit different, long field, but still, like to have those averages like that against some other really good names there
as a rookie too.
Yeah, like pretty impressive stuff.
I believe he's a rookie. He might have been on the roster.
I think he was on the roster
a little bit of
year.
burn, but he's essentially a rookie in the league.
No, and actually, you know what he is? He didn't play. I think he was on the roster last year, but he didn't play.
Yeah.
So he's listed like he's officially a rookie. And then final one, second last one, most outstanding rookie, obviously Trey. And then Devin Varusik out of Hamilton.
He had a good year. Linebacker, right?
Yeah, linebacker, 66 tackles, 2 sacks.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna give
him, 2
Trey,
defensive touchdowns though, like that's
big.
That's big.
I would say if Trey's gonna get, and he's a Canadian too, isn't he?
Yep.
If Trey's gonna get it though, it's kind of like the Nathan Rourke MOP debate with getting the MOC award as well. He's gonna get the most outstanding special teams. You probably would get rookie of the year too. No,
maybe rookie to me seems like it's a higher pedestal though. Like I would.
How do you do on defense?
Trey?
How many picks?
Trey's defensive stats?
Yeah, because it's not going to be all based off his special teams.
Yeah, he had 21 tackles, 1 pick.
It's pretty soft.
Yeah, it's not much.
It's pretty soft.
It's not much.
This is it's more debatable.
Can't you always use
that
box?
Kid out of Hamilton had a hell of a season.
66
really
tackles.
Yeah, I took note of it. He had
2 touchdowns. Like 2 touchdowns is tough to do. It'll be interesting.
A lot of burn on defense. It's hard as a young kid, a young Canadian kid, to come out and get a starting spot on defense. Like that's hard, man. That's really hard to do.
Yeah.
As a rookie, like it's very challenging to do. So you got to be special to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Who are you going with for this one, Rick?
I'm leaning to the kid from Hamilton here.
Yeah.
I think you gave me enough right there.
Yeah. You do sell it really well.
It's
like I came in here thinking like Jamarcus Hardrick had it wrapped up, put the jacket on, and you're talking about Brandon. I'm like, hey,
suit,
yeah. Final one, coach of the year, Corey Mace, Jason Moss. You guys already talked about this. You guys are both going Jason Moss?
No, I'm going Corey.
Yeah, like I think Corey's gonna win it.
Yeah,
they had the best
like
record
Jason,
in the CFL.
but I like Corey a lot more.
Yeah.
Corey's a D tackle, same position. Competed against him a little bit in the league. Know him, and I mean I know both guys, and I love Jason as well. But I'd be very happy for Corey. Jason got his. He got his 2 seasons ago.
I think Corey deserves it.
Yeah, I'd be very happy for Corey. He's to see the rise, the ascent from a defensive line coach to a defensive coordinator to a head coach, and just the success he's had at every level. And yeah, man, he's doing it right, and his players are playing for him. He's doing it right.
I just want to jump back really quickly to the special teams debate because I'm seeing the stat now. He had 12 field goals from 50 plus, which is a new CFL record. That's Liram Haiwalahu. Just something to factor in there, I guess.
That's stealing points.
Yeah.
That's big.
Something to factor in.
How we
think
talk about those first or the 13-yard average.
Yep.
Like stealing points from 50 out. That's big. Yeah.
He also averaged the longest distance for successful attempts.
I wouldn't be shocked if Liram won it. I wouldn't be shocked.
Yeah, I agree. Either one of those guys, I think I'd be
3 touchdowns returning is nice. If he had more, it would look even nicer. But Liram has some big numbers.
He does.
Wouldn't be shocked.
And 64 attempts, man. Like that's a lot.
That's a lot, man.
That's how many? That's like 3 a game.
Yeah.
Over 3 a game.
Yeah, it's over.
You know what I mean? Like they're putting a lot of faith and a lot of trust in you. Okay, let's do. Let's do this before we'll finish up maybe with the blind rankings and the betting lines. What we didn't do last week, we didn't get into the Elks potential free agent list on the defensive side. We stopped at the offense. We didn't have enough time, so we should get to that.
Call deck. That's right.
The defensive line here, I'm going to run through it. And again, if I just run through some of these names, I don't think anything's changed actually, because the only ones we got Terrell and we got Kaon. Those were the two guys who have got extensions so far, and Kenny, as broken by Rick. So we got those three. But the defensive line, Brandon Barlow, Francis Beamy, Jake Serezna, Noah Curtis, Jonathan Kongbo, Jacob Plamonda, Noah Taylor, Jordan Williams. That's everybody. For one. That's everybody. When you look at that list of names here, what are you guys thinking? Like, well, let's start with Brandon Barlow. American guy, came in, a lot of money this year. I actually think he played better than Robbie Smith.
He had, the numbers are surprising.
Yeah.
A lot of tackles. He's in the 30s for tackles.
Yeah. Here, I'll pull it up right here.
Production there.
And these guys are all free agents this year?
Yeah.
Nobody has term left?
No, they're all up.
Why is it so hard to find term and everything when it comes to CFL contracts?
Oh boy, because the max term you really would ever fetch, like the absolute max would be 3 years.
Yeah.
And rarely would you see a 3-year deal played through, because the minute the team sees any decline, man, they just are so willing to cut you.
Yeah.
You know, like it's such a recycled league where guys just go all around. They get cut so quick after 1-2 seasons.
Like, gone are the days where players really stay with a franchise and stake their claim with the franchise.
Quarterback.
Yeah.
Getting paid, $500+ a year.
It's tough, man, because I think like when I first became a fan of the CFL, like guys were there for like 7-8 years. Like you guys were just synonymous with teams.
It's true.
Dude, like I feel like Chip Cox was with Montreal for 15 years.
It was Chip. It was Ben Cahoon, obviously Anthony Calvillo,
yeah, man,
Richardson, SJ Green. Like you just
SJ
think of
Green
these
in the
teams.
back of the end zone at Mosaic.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah.
Winnipeg, you got Milt Stiegel, played there 16 years it was, I think.
Nick Lewis in Calgary.
Yeah.
Even like, dude.
But Nick had a whole second career where he was super fat in Montreal.
Yeah, he did.
Where he was a slot back, but he was a fullback.
He was a fullback, yeah. Dude, I also like even like a position, like I always think of this one, like a position that's so disposable, running back. But Calgary, they had Joffrey Reynolds forever, and then they had John Cornish forever. Yeah. But yeah, you just don't see it anymore. And I could see why a fan, it's tough to get
here too, even in 15, 10-year anniversary, by the way. This
not a big deal.
It would, like me, Mondo, our D line, we all played for 4 or 5 years here together, and that was a long time.
It's a long time for a unit to stay together.
Winnipeg would be a dying breed of it, where they've held on to a solid core guys for like 7-8 years.
Andrew and
now
Zach,
it's
and
even too much. Winnipeg's not the same Winnipeg at all.
Yeah.
They're all old together.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, it's end of an era. We saw.
Yeah.
They had a shot in the East Semi, kind of, I guess. But
I'm glad they're done though.
Yeah, me too. Well, but like, no one's happier about that than me.
Yeah.
Winnipeg? You kidding me, bro?
Put me in that boat with you.
Really? Hey?
Oh yeah.
Why is that?
Hometown kid, man. Like, of course, that's my dream to have played for them. But the 2 times I had opportunity to negotiate as a free agent, it just lowballed me. Like, so Edmonton would offer me 150, Winnipeg would offer me 110. Say, you're from here.
Would they at least
know people, you can live for cheap, and just whack, man.
Would they at least give you bonus incentives?
Yeah, but still, it would max out at like 110. Like,
yeah. So wow. Okay.
Yeah,
so
whereas like the other teams would be like 140, 150, not even in the ballpark. And it's like your dream is to come home and play for that kid or for that team as a kid. So
now I'm
a
just
hater.
Now I'm sad. Now I just feel bad.
I'm a proud hater. I wear that cap proudly.
Wear it on the sleeve. Yeah. Okay. So Brandon, what are you guys doing with Brandon Barlow? I'm bringing him back.
Yeah,
I'm bringing him back. I like Brandon. Yeah. I looked up the numbers. He 30.
We got sidetracked hard.
Yeah.
Start talking about all that when we were on their D line.
35 tackles, 2 sacks. 2 sacks, incredibly underwhelming. You gotta pump those numbers up. But 35 tackles as an edge rusher, we can live with that. Yeah, we can live with that. Francis Beamy. I like Francis. He's a national. Yep. Good depth. Don't mind it.
But there's got to be. You're always looking to upgrade.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be.
Exactly.
Better. You're always looking to upgrade.
Exactly. Like if Francis, if Francis comes back, cheap as a depth piece, I have no problem with that. If they also say, hey, we got this other, national, we're gonna plug. I don't have a problem with that either. Jake Serezna. Where do you guys come out on him? This is This is an
I know
interesting
where, I
one.
know where Slicky Ricky's at.
Yeah, I think you bring him back. I think he's a massive part of the team inside the room and out. It was a bad year with an injury. I think that kind of was a factor all year, even before he actually went out. Yeah, I think you went out and got him at the end of last year.
As per our sources.
Yeah, I think you went out last year and got him with the hopes of him being that leader. You know, it was not really on him 100% as to why that didn't go so well this year. I think you run it back.
I mean, like he's had a lot of success in Edmonton. Now, a lot like that goes back to 2018, so it's a while, but still, like he's had a lot of success here. And when I asked Ed at the postseason media avail about like the big investment in the defensive line, and how it didn't really work out on the field, and he said, well, like there's a lot of things those guys do, in the locker room and within the walls that don't get realized. And one part of me is kind of like, well, yeah, that's great for sure. You need that in the locker room, but you probably want your $1 million defensive line to get more than 4 sacks combined or whatever the total was. I don't know if that was maybe it was 5. Like it wasn't much. But there is someone to be said for being a guy and a leader, and you do want that. You got to come back at a heavy discount. I would
Exactly.
think.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm cool to have him here.
But absolutely bring him.
And listen, I'm not, again, like injury was huge. And dude, there was one game, I forget which game it was. It was like the 5th game of the season or something. Maybe it was the Winnipeg game, might have been whatever game it was. He like popped his knee out and I was like, oh, he's done for the season. And he came back like 2 or 3 weeks later. In 11 games this year, 16 tackles, which, 1 sack, like that's probably not going to cut it, especially when you've averaged.
Early.
Yeah.
So he played 11?
Yeah.
Because you said what week do you think that was the knee popped out? Like 5 or 6?
Yeah, 4th
So he
or
played
5th
5 or 6 more with the issue of his knee popping out. Yeah, I mean, you're probably looking at the total contract amount, which has to come down a bit. But I think you got to hope and cross your fingers that he's going to be healthy. Totally. You look at your trainers and go, hey, what do we got here? Yeah. Is this something that he can be 100% with?
And the leadership.
Yeah.
There's a lot of leadership there. There's a
lot.
Yeah. Captain qualities. Like you guys say, within the locker room, that's for sure a known fact.
And like Justin said on Friday there, he's an Eskimo.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Right, and we need some of that more.
Once
and always.
Once and always. I will say this though: if he comes back, his job's not guaranteed. And that's no disrespect.
Nor should it be, man. You got to compete for this, man.
You're a little older.
I know the feeling.
You're coming off an injury.
Oh, I know the feeling. As an old dog, man, you got to come out and compete.
But as an old dog, I bet you're coming back super hungry.
Oh, he'll be hungry.
Yeah.
He'll be hungry.
It's the thing. Like you want to stay in the league.
The thing, and Jake probably knows this, but in my experience, and I was similar to Jake, a big, strong guy. As you get older, the strength stays.
It's the last thing to go.
Like the mobility and that athleticism, staying low as you're turning and cutting. Those are the things you got to really overly focus on, because that's what separates you, man.
Yep.
Like even just a simple transition, put your foot and go. That stuff, man, with those young bucks, boy. Whew. Yeah. It's different.
It's like with boxers, like power's the last thing to go, but you're gonna lose that fast twitch. You're gonna lose your sense of time.
Man. The twitch. That's the word right there.
Noah Curtis. I'm bringing him back and I'm giving him.
Yeah.
Dude, he had a really good season because he had 6 sacks this year. And he had 6 sacks. Like I thought he became one of the most impactful players, and he was a guy who was living at that 2nd or 3rd string defensive end position for much of the season. Now he got his chance and he made the most of it, and I thought he was one of the most impressive, probably the most impressive edge rusher on the team this year. So I would love to see what he can do with a full season's worth, and maybe even some game planning for him. But yeah, like Noah Curtis, national as well. I'm definitely bringing him back.
Absolutely.
And I'm at a nice pay raise.
I hate to be a hater, man. Like this whole defensive line is just so underwhelming this year.
Yep.
Yeah, it was.
Just as a whole, they were very.
So who are the 4 starters at the very beginning of the year? Who would you predict the 4 starters were? And then how many games did they actually play together?
Yeah, like it's such a mishmash.
It was Brinkman, Serezna, Smith, and Barlow.
Yeah,
and I don't know if you can figure this out off the hop there or not, but how many games did they actually play as a 4-man unit?
It's a great question.
I feel like it's very few.
I agree. I don't know what it is. I'm sure it's very low.
Yep.
I'm sure it's very low.
Because I think Robbie went out in the first week or 2. Did he not?
Under 8. I would.
Yeah. Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I'd say
like
probably
5
3 or 4.
Yeah.
Started.
And here's the other thing. no disrespect to them, but when they did play, it was the beginning of the season,
When
and it was so bad.
Everything was.
It
bad.
was so
Everything
bad.
was putrid.
Jonathan Kongbo.
Yeah, I'd like him.
I like him. I like.
special teamer.
Yeah, I like Jonathan Kongbo.
Plays
National,
with good
easy.
energy,
Yeah,
rushes hard.
I'd be happy to have him back. No question about it. Jacob Plamondon. No offense, but he's a jag. Just a guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just a guy. I don't.
Doesn't
How old
move
is
the
he?
needle on me much.
Kid from Red Deer.
That's one of the guys you'd like invite back, maybe with a. Yeah, exactly. That's what it is, right? And it's up to him. Like
Come
you
back
can.
for rookie minimum and
Yep.
compete.
Here's your offer. If you can find better, find better. If not,
exactly.
we'll see at camp in May or whatever.
There it is.
It's weird. He's listed as a defensive lineman on the free agent list, which is what I think of him as. He's really a teamer, but he's listed as a fullback on the Elks roster. Yeah, he's a teamer. Noah Taylor.
Back for sure.
For sure.
Yep.
Love Noah Taylor's game.
Yeah, lots of highlights. Lots of good aspects of him as a rusher.
I was definitely confusing Noah Taylor and Noah Curtis earlier.
With the sack.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, no, dude, I just confused him as a player. I was reading Noah Taylor. I was reading.
Did Noah Curtis have 6 sacks?
No, he did not.
Yeah,
I was reading his stats from last year, and the whole time I was doing it, this is a huge telling of myself moment. The whole time I was doing it, I was thinking of Noah Taylor, and I was thinking about how great of a player he had been this year. So apologies to everyone listening for the misinformation, and apologies to Noah Curtis and Noah Taylor for the mix-up. But yeah, Noah Taylor, he was the guy who really popped. 4 sacks this year and 26 tackles.
Still, I mean, he popped, but bring him back for sure.
Bring him back.
For sure.
Bring him back.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Whole defensive line this season.
Apologies again for the lack of credibility here, mixing up old Noah Taylor and Noah
why
Curtis.
You are now Little J.
I know. I went from Big J Journo to Little J. But you know what? You know what would have been worse if I didn't address it, and then just had everyone thinking. Then everyone's thinking this guy doesn't know ball.
Man, I'm all about that, running it back and just owning your errors.
Yeah.
All about that.
For sure, man. Yeah, like for sure.
That's fine.
For sure. I'll take it.
No shame in the
So
game.
yeah, take it on the chin.
No shame in the game.
I'll just
Rick?
admit.
Look, I think the majority of the guys we're bringing up right now, you give them their, like, I don't know if it's going to be whether or not they sign the number you want. If they do, then why not bring them back? I don't know if anybody was that terrible. There's obviously room for upgrades, which you're going to be bringing them in anyways. But then it comes down to competition at camp.
Ed's handing out these contracts saying, take it and go.
Jordan Williams, final one on the defensive line there. I liked him when he played, man. He came in late.
What Rick just said. For all these guys, honestly, when you want to break down their game, none of them move the needle. Not even the big money guys. Yeah. Come and compete.
Yeah.
Come and compete. You know, there was a couple of these young cats who I think are locked up, who had some production. Some of these young Americans at the tackle position late in the season, they had a couple sacks. I forget the names even. That's how far down on the depth chart they were. So just, it's going to be come one, come all, come and compete. That's what it is.
I like that.
And Ed will sign some guys.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. He will.
Yep. Over to the linebacking core, Michael Broderick and Josiah Shackle.
I like Shackle.
I like Shackle too.
Especially for his specials, local product. He'll be back.
Yep. I agree.
Wearing the roster or wearing the jersey.
Michael Broderick, he's probably a little bit more. We talked about it. Just a guy.
Yep.
No disrespect.
Yep.
I never made the league, man.
Canadian
He did.
teamer.
So credit to him. Yeah. Good Canadian teamer.
Teamer is
Yep.
what he is.
Yeah. 100%. Probably.
See what happens.
Yeah. It's
Especially
exactly
with
that.
the draft. You look to draft and sign someone at the base deal and someone, like I say, younger and cheaper.
Yeah.
That's what you're always looking to do.
That's all it ever is. It's always younger and cheaper. In the secondary, Kobe Williams and Devondrick Bynum. Kobe played.
I don't mind Williams.
Dude, he played the full season. He played all 8. I think he started every game this year.
Williams one bit. He was a part of the growth. I know that for sure.
Playing boundary half. Yeah. He was
part of
just
the growth.
always there. If you had to guess his tackles this year, what would you guess?
37.
Rick?
34.
54.
Whoa.
Yeah, a lot of tackles.
Production.
And on top of that, he had 6 team tackles. So,
I'm
yeah.
in, for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure back by. You know how I feel.
Yeah. I've always
just based off early in the year.
Yep.
And the unwillingness to do anything.
yeah, he
physical.
was pretty.
See ya.
And here's the other thing: like you hate to say, a guy loses his job to injury. He lost his job to injury. That's JJ Ross's job.
JJ?
That's JJ's that field corner now.
Who would you rather have? Someone 6'3" or someone 5'8"?
5 is he even? I thought he was 5'11". I'll look him up right here.
Okay, 5'11".
But I mean, still, like it's not. Yeah,
big guy.
Like it's
Yeah, 5'11", 195.
Can run.
And that's 5'11" on the internet.
And
right?
exactly, yeah. Elmondo Sewell, who's shorter than me, and I'm listed at 6'2". He's shorter than me, like factually
Oh
shorter
yeah,
than me.
dude.
He was listed at 6'4".
Yeah, like let's.
And I was listed at 6'2". So yeah, these numbers
Dude,
can be skewed.
It's
Standing
so
next to
funny,
your
dude.
lower.
Like
yeah,
Allen Iverson was listed at like 6'1". He was 5'10", man.
Yeah,
like at best,
at
yeah.
best.
Very impressive what Allen Iverson was able to do. Now, let me throw this out to you guys about Devondrick. In 2024, when he played the full season, he did have those 5 picks.
He did.
Now, that's obviously your season removed from injury. And JJ Ross, I fully believe, won that job. But like that's got to factor into Ed's mind a little bit.
Different regime. No, it doesn't. That doesn't factor into Ed's mind.
You think just the fact he wasn't here doesn't?
No, that
Yeah.
doesn't.
Okay.
Ed saw what he saw when he refused to tackle. That's what Ed
He did.
sees.
He did have a real
That's what
Those
refusal.
things you don't forget.
Yeah,
DBs hate tackling, bro.
man.
DBs hate tackling. He had
If you don't want to tackle, you better have 7-8 picks.
Yeah,
and here's the thing.
better.
In 14 games in 2024, I got his stats right here. He had 23 tackles, which is like a little over 1 a game. That's not much. In 5 games he played this year, he had 17 tackles, which is like 3 a game. But here's the other thing. It was 3 tackles he was like forced to make because everything was getting completed and everything was getting to the
exactly.
second
They were
level.
breaking tackles
Yeah.
from other guys, and yeah, it wasn't pretty.
It
Those
was.
games, those 5 games early in the year were not pretty.
And then Cody Grace retired. So shout out Cody Grace, friend of the show, been on Elks101 with us.
Saw the writing on the wall.
Yeah,
Yep.
he was. He knew. He knew.
He was thumbs up.
Yeah. Then there's one other guy I want to bring up just because anyone who finishes the season on the practice roster, they immediately become a free agent. But Zach Zabrowski, he was a quarterback. And the reason I bring him up is because I think he's going to be in Edmonton? Probably not. But my thing is like if Trey's gone and Cody does come back, you might want 3 on the roster. Cody, Cole, and Zach. Like maybe
They'll probably.
it's
That's ignoring the fact there's going to be 5 other QBs
Yeah,
here
they'll bring, like,
that's
literally
inviting in
5
that-
guys coming in. Like there'll be 7 quarterbacks in camp throwing balls.
Yeah.
I think it'll be that many. Hey,
Yeah, there'll be a
Man.
ton. A ton.
probably right.
Especially now. Now is a transition year.
Yep.
Because even if Cody is back, it's not like Cody's your guy for the next 4 or 5 years. No.
No.
This is a transition year. We're
Yep.
starting to figure out where are we going to really go in the future.
Mhm. Okay. Do you guys want to get to anything else on the Elks free agent list? All
That's
right.
good, man. We covered both sides of the ball.
Do we want to go to play a little whose line is it anyway for the Grey Cup, then finish up with a Rick's rant and a blind rankings?
Let's roll.
Okay, if you guys, I'll throw this one out to you as we do for the segment. If you guys had to guess the line for this one, what are you coming in at?
I'm going to come in Riders minus 4.5.
Ooh.
Riders by 1.5.
It's Saskatchewan 2.5.
No, I was going to say 2.5.
I think 2.5
Really
is,
was.
I think that is a great line for a Grey Cup game. 1.5, I think also would have made sense. The one thing I can't stop thinking about last time these two teams played, 48 points for Montreal by McLeod Bethel Thompson in Saskatchewan.
That's a one-off, though. Just
Middle of the
because
season.
Exume.
Yeah,
It was
Exume.
all on Exume. It wasn't like he torched the D. He torched one player.
Yeah.
Like one player for like 300 yards.
Yeah, Philpott had like 9 catches for like 250 and 3 touchdowns or
Yeah.
something. Like it was so bad. They signed a I think they signed a defensive back. I forget who it was. I think they signed him. It might have been before the game was over,
even
or it was
then,
like
it was-
30
it was
minutes
tough.
after. It
That
was tough.
tough.
And listen, to Exume's credit, like you're a teamer, like you're not supposed, but you were out there and you didn't
And you're
do it.
gonna Go back to being a teamer after that performance.
Yeah. Over under on this one. What do you guys think?
Hey, I'm going with 44.5.
I'm going to pump it up a little more. I think we're going to sit there and go 49.5.
It is 49.5. Got the line.
Hey.
49.5. So now knowing what you guys know, line 2.5 for Saskatchewan, over under 49.5. Where are you guys putting your money on this one?
Montreal under.
I was going to say Montreal on the over.
Montreal and the over and Montreal on the under.
Can you ride a boy?
I'll take Saskatchewan at -2.5. And I'll take the over. I think it's going to be 27-24 for Saskatchewan. That's my official prediction for the Grey Cup.
Lock it.
27-24 Saskatchewan. You guys want to lay one down? Lay down an official score prediction for this one?
Let's go 34-28 Montreal.
22-17 Montreal.
Man, all right. Guess we're gonna find out. Excited for that one. Okay, do you guys want to do the jump to Rick's rant and then the blind rankings, and we'll round out the show?
What you got first, Ricky?
I was out having lunch the other day, and I've seen this before, and I don't know. I guess I've worked in the industry long enough that it really annoys me. But you know what? It's when you go to restaurants or bars and people decide that they're going to put their feet up on other chairs or benches, dirty ass shoes. I don't like it's. They're sitting at home. You're not at home. You're out. Have a little bit of respect for where you're at. Keep your feet on, close to the ground. You don't got to put them up on the other chair. You don't got to put them up on the booth. Just keep your feet close to the ground on your little footrest or whatever like that. It's just, I don't know, man. To me, it's a little bit of disrespect to those working the place in front of you.
Oh, dude, I'm so in on this. Like, so disrespectful, bro. I was out for lunch one time, and there was this kid, bare feet. Just like, no, it's a kid. I get it.
Yeah, I'll give kids a little more leeway there, but adults, come on.
Dude, adult, like, that's crazy. Like, show some class. Like, what are we doing here, man? Like, we raised in the barn. But my thing, even with the kid, is like, this kid was like barefoot running around this restaurant, like playing in the it was one of those ones that it was like a long booth, and then it had like some tables on it. So it's like I was sitting on the booth side, and he was like beside me with his feet just like, basically, it felt like it was in my face, like kicking and playing around. And yeah, whatever, you're a kid. But my thing is, like, if you're a parent, bro, like, what are you doing? Don't let your kid take his shoes and his socks off.
Parents.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, man, fellas, like, there is a time and a place. So what if I definitely have, on a chair, and I don't put my foot on the chair. I'll put the chair like under my knee and have my foot hang off. I've done that before, fellas.
That's a little more acceptable.
I'm not putting my foot on the chair like that.
Yeah, it's not like an ottoman. It's not freaking for your feet.
But I will put it under my knee if I'm at a table with some boys just chilling. I've done that before.
And it's usually, you can tell when they're like, hey, there's probably like soreness or something involved there, right? But there's other times when it's just like feet up and they're crossing their feet on the
it's just where they're just,
there's like a little bit of leeway here, but you can I think when you visibly look at it, you can tell which is
I'm with you though. I'm with you.
Where do you boys come out on this one? Shoes off on a plane.
I do it.
Yeah, I have no issues with that.
I do it.
Really?
I can't be smelling. Can't be smelling.
Yeah,
smelling.
Some fresh socks.
Yeah, can't
respect
be
everybody around you, but
I do it.
I'm rolling in
my
slides and
dogs
socks
get
anyway,
barking
so I'm halfway there.
Yeah, the dogs get barking.
Yeah, I mean, listen, because I'm thinking, like, have I done it on a plane? Like, I think I definitely have. But like seeing someone, I think I do it because I know, like, I'm not gonna be, like, I'm gonna have those fresh socks on. I'm not gonna be waving my feet around.
No,
but like, I don't know, man. People, like, there are some, like, dude, this is another thing. Like, people like flying, and I'm obviously pretty young. Like, it's never really been this for me. But flying used to kind of be like an occasion, like it was an event. Like, people on planes now are so, like, I don't want to disrespect anyone, but it's like it's taken a step back and like.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you used to dress up to fly.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you got to do that.
And I travel leisurely too. It's comfortable. Now it's about the comfort.
Yeah.
You should see how we.
There's still got to be some degree of like.
You think like shoes off is a bad thing in a commercial? You should see our plane, buddy. If you like shoes off, like guys laying on their back,
locker room. That's like the locker room floating on the air though. That's all the boys
over in each other's faces and stuff.
Man,
the bus rides. Oh, the bus rides suck.
Bro, you're literally like team atmosphere.
It is, man. You're like octopused up with each other. You know what I mean,
dude? Speaking about talking about planes, just thinking back to the convo we had with Justin last week. What'd that plane smell like?
It was fine.
Okay,
booze and
not too bad. Okay,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
even back then.
Yeah, that would have been like at the beginning, like
when everyone was
in the beginning.
Everyone was hitting jewels.
Yeah, that would have been the beginning. It would have been like black market stuff.
Really? Eh?
Yeah.
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 Vapes are crazy, man. Like you're just inhaling poison, bro.
Yeah, I know, man.
Like we think cigarettes are bad. I know the data isn't out on vapes, but like that's gonna be,
Yeah, it's gonna be,
dude.
when it does
Like
hit.
when the info comes out on those, bro, it's
Yeah.
gonna be, my goodness. We're gonna be shutting down thousands of factories when they find out what's in those things. Okay, do we want to finish up with a blind ranking?
Yeah, I'm ready to roll here.
All right, dope.
So Halloween was a couple weeks ago or a week ago or something like that, I'm told. Anyways,
Not a big Halloween guy.
I'm trying to push it back in my memory already.
All right.
We're going Halloween candy. Right, so you may have to dip back to when you were a kid. But so we're gonna start it off with, you can go either flavor, you can go red or the black, but we're starting off with licorice.
I don't mess with licorice at all. I think licorice is like the worst kind of candy. Like I don't know if this is gonna be straight candy or if this is gonna be chocolate, but like licorice is the easiest 5 I've had for any of these blind rankings.
I like licorice. There's a time and a place. 4.
4?
Yeah.
All right, now I one's gonna be rid of. All right, you know what? We're gonna roll this one here with the Jolly Ranchers.
I hate
Hard?
it. I
Hard or
hate
chewies?
Hard.
Jolly Ranchers too. I hate sucky candy like that. I hate the flavors. That's 4. But it would have been 5, but I'll put it
that
4.
at 5.
The Tootsie Roll.
Oh yeah.
By brand name.
3.
Shout out Tootsie Roll. I'll put Tootsie Roll at 3. I like a Tootsie Roll.
See, and this will be the interesting one because I think these were definitely going to be the number 1 and 2. It depends on how you want to divide them up. But we're going to go with Rockets.
Oh,
Sucks as well. Hey Rockets.
sucks.
Yeah,
Get
hey
them off my
Rockets.
list. Get
Put-
another.
Put them
I
in
thought that was gonna be
two.
one of the
Put
more
'em in-
popular ones.
Oh,
Dude, I feel like I'm eating medicine.
that's gross.
Yeah.
I don't even eat them. I
Medicine
despise
flavored
them.
chalk.
Oh, I
bro.
love those things as a
Despise
kid.
them.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. It makes my teeth hurt thinking about them.
Chalk.
Yeah.
Well, this will be an easy one because I did like roll them all into one. So I didn't know if you want to divide them up, but we just went mini chocolate bars.
Yeah.
yeah,
number one.
that's
Rick,
number
man,
one.
your candy list.
Yeah,
You know, dude, I am not a candy guy. So
I
when
can
I sat
tell,
there and I
bro.
thought about this,
Yeah.
Tell,
Where
man.
was he probably?
I thought about this, and I was always a Rockets guy as a kid, so that was going to be in there. Chocolate bars was there. Tootsie Rolls.
You
My
love
other
those
one I was going
Popeye
to use.
smokes too, huh?
I like those.
Do they
ones.
make?
Yeah.
They stopped making those.
Ugh.
They can't have like artificial cigarettes out there.
It was so funny. You were like, "Oh, you boys are gonna love this one, Rockets,"
yeah.
and we're like, "Oh man, what the?"
But hey, that's good to see. I think everyone's kind of against the candy here. That's actually I should have known that.
That candy. at
Yeah,
least.
yeah.
I don't really
Yeah,
mess with candy too heavy. Like I love chocolate, but candy, it's like, I mean, chocolate's not good for your teeth either, but candy's so bad for your teeth, man. I had some of that poppin' candy this past Halloween, and all I could think of was it was just destroying my teeth, bro. Yeah, okay. You guys don't care.
Well, we instantly go to like how bad are my teeth right now? That's an odd one.
I gotta make it, dude. Last time I went to the dentist, it was $5. Like,
Man.
and I gotta make another
Buddy,
appointment.
I got a tooth that costs 13 grand, but
Oh man,
so yeah, I can relate.
yeah. $5 doesn't sound that bad compared to 13
No,
racks. I
no,
guess
I'm just letting you know that it could be worse.
could be, yeah.
Could be worse. Yeah.
Well, on that note, anything else? Should we wrap her on up?
Let's wrap her on up.
Back Friday. Matt's gonna be by.
Matty-O.
Matty-O's gonna be by
Biggest
joining
man
us.
you've ever been with in the flesh.
Really? Hey.
Yeah. I would say, have you ever been with someone bigger than, not been with, but been in the same room?
We're gonna find out.
6'11", 340, 330.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't been chilling with Wemby, so I guess I've been in the room with Shaq. So, yeah.
Mass.
Looking forward to that one. I love talking to the alumni. It's great. It
Yeah,
was
it'll be a
great
good chat.
convo with
It'll be a
Justin.
good chat.
Man, I could have talked to Justin for like 10 hours about the SEC. Like, I would have just loved to pick his
Yeah, just
brain
pick
about
his
it.
brain,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's like the heart of it. South Carolina. Like,
Yeah.
that's big time.
Yeah.
Big time ball
No.
coming from the island.
Looking forward to anything else you before we get out of here, Rick?
I think we're good.
All right, cool. Wrapping on up. Talk to you guys Friday. God bless. Love you.